Good day, people of YouTube. We are 12 days into our advent calendar, halfway through, and we're less than 2 weeks to Christmas. We're excited about that. Right, so we have a number of packs that are still to go. As I mentioned, we are going to have a few left over at the end, but let's pull something. Actually, what's up? Let's get the one from roughly the middle. This one. We have opened Fate Reforged, which is a set I am not familiar with. It might be Dragons of Tarkir, the third set of that. So I have no idea what's in these. Let's find out. We have a Burn into History, and the first card we have is a Dragon Bell Monk. So it is Tarkir. Because prowess on a monk, that is definitely what is it, the Jeskai Temple thing. What's its actual formal name in there? I don't think it's the wedge. Oh, it might be the Alara block wedges. Ooh. I actually don't know. I'm not up on my magic lore enough, but still, Dragon Bell Monk is a reasonable card. A 2/2 for vigilance that gets bigger if we cast non-creature spells. We then have the Sultai Emissary. So yeah, this is actually Shards of Alara then, rather than Tarkir, so I was completely off with that. Oh well. So Sultai Emissary. So these cards are all care about the 3-color blocks, and honestly, we need the Teamer block, which is a red, blue, green, and we'll hope to get some cards related to that. For the moment, though, we have this. When it dies, manifest top card of the library, so we get basically a morph style token that we can turn up at any time for its mana cost if it's a creature. So a 1/1 that produces 2 bodies isn't too bad, actually. This would be a good first pick for a draft thing. A reasonable first pick for a draft thing, I suppose. We then have the Alesha's Vanguard, which is a 3/3 for 4, so not too impressive, but we can pay it for its dash cost. So if we do, it gains haste, and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So we can play it a little cheaper initially if we need to just a 3/3 haste on turn 3, and then play it as a proper creature the next turn if we have nothing better to do. Okay. We then have Whisk Away, which is an effect I love in the game of Magic. Nobody else seems to. Put target attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner's library. So we can use it defensively. We can use it to basically save one of our creatures. We can use it to just slow down the opponent's draws, in all honesty. Plenty of options with that. We then have Zibzig Host, which is a zombie. Sorry, I was trying to work out how I was going to pronounce that. When it's the battlefield, each player puts 3 cards of labor item to graveyard. So again, helping with the mill plan that we're definitely not on. We then have our first red card, which is a Smoldering Ifrit. When it dies, it does 2 damage to us. So a 2/2 monk for 2, with a downside. I can safely say we're not running that. Map the Wastes is the first spell that searches for basic lands that we have got, and that's probably going to make the cut on that basis alone. It also has Bolster 1, so we choose the creature with the lowest toughness and give it a counter. So actually it fits in with a few of our other things that we got going on as well. So Map the Wastes is probably going to get picked. Soul Summons, we have Manifest for top card of your library. So turn the top card into a 2/2, which can eventually become something else if we have manifested a creature in that regard. The Mardu Runemark. So +2/+2, and has first strike as long as you control a white or black permanent. So in our deck, it's probably just going to end up being a 2/2 boost, although we could still, I suppose, go red-white. We were kind of hedging in that direction. I think that's probably not the pick here, if I'm honest. We then have Ambush Krottig, which is a insect, which enters the battlefield, return another creature you control to its owner's hand. So that would allow us to recast things for Cascade shenanigans. It also is 6 mana, 5/5, trample, not the worst. If we don't get anything more exciting, that is definitely contender. We have Zibzig Muckdraggers, which is a 9 mana 3/6, but has Delve, so we can exile cards from our graveyard to pay some of the cost. When it's battlefield, return a creature card from the graveyard to our hand. So a bit of play extension, again, not bad, just not amazing in what we're doing, I don't think. We then have Fruit of the First Tree, which is an aura. Enchant creature, when it dies, you gain X life, draw X cards, where X is its toughness. That actually isn't terrible for what we're doing. Not sure it's exciting, but it's not terrible. We then have Valorous Stance, which is destroy a target creature gains indestructible until end of turn, so it saves creature, or it destroys a big thing. So it's a spell with modes, and we like spells with modes. Interesting. We then have Ojutai, Soul of Winter, which is one of the Dragon Lords. Flying Vigilance, whenever dragon we control attacks, tap target permanent. Unfortunately, we only have the one dragon, which of course would be itself. It's a 7 mana 5/6, and it's not. Well, I say it's not in my colours, but I suppose we still got blue white. It's not. God damn it! Am I going to pivot again? We then get a Dismal Backwater, which is a blue-black tap land, which unfortunately is not going to be taken. Okay, so our blue was not a great. I mean, it's fine, but it's not a great pick here. So if we take the Ambush Crot Gig, that helps us on our big Cascade creature plan, and Whisk Away is temporary removal. But let's have a review of where we are. We were going to do this anyway, but it's probably worth doing just in context of where we currently are in the scheme of things at this stage. So, Animal, Imote, Slinvoda, Califi, Elgaf. We then have Alharu, Akroma. There is Rograk in this pool, but I haven't got him currently because he's in one of my commander decks, because unfortunately he was good. We then have these, which I did bother sorting by colour a little while ago. So we have Colossal Dreadmort and Return to Nature. We have a stack of blue spells, so we want to be in blue whatever we're doing here. Our red spells are okay. Actually, Sarkhan's Sealand's getting better, thinking about this. We don't have any 7-drops or 7-power creatures at this point, but we got an 8, so that would be fine. No, actually, that's a light. Slimvoda counts, so that'd be 1. We then have our white, which looks quite good. We then have some various equipment and other spells as well. So nothing that scries. I think Map the Waste and Ambush are fine inclusions if we're going green, and we probably want to be going green. I don't know. I mean, our white's not amazing. The question I'm kind of considering here is Ojutai. Flying Vigilance 5/6 Dragon. It's fine, but it's not amazing, so I think we can safely cut Ojutai here. We're definitely not in black. That is interesting. Reveals our hand. Not. I don't know. That's out. We're not taking this. And then with the white stuff, so I don't really think Manifesting's a great effect. I mean, you could argue it's pseudo card draw, but the creature that we're getting is a 2/2 with no abilities that could die anyway. So that's a good way of killing, say, an Akroma if it's in our deck. Dragonmail Monk would be okay and would help the white side of the deck because it's got some low creatures. It would then just get some more interesting stuff that would progress us towards it. We can't go green-white. I think that is probably what's killing me at this stage. If I could go green, white, blue, I'd be quite happy with this. But we have to be green, blue, red if we're going to have Anima. Which also means we should take creatures. What would be the most useful? Because we obviously know, even with what we're building, we're going to have cards that we're going to have to cut from a deck here. So currently, considering this, we got, if we consider our white to be wasted picks at this stage, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wasted picks. And even with that, we're still going to have to make a bunch of cuts from this stuff as well. So I think this final pick is going to be, we probably wouldn't play Whisk Away. It's a single thing that deals with one single threat, doesn't deal with it. Valorous Stance, kind of the same, but a bit better in all honesty. Fruit of First Tree requires us to have a creature and then requires that creature to die. It can protect our Animar, for example, and give us something when it does die. Enough firm cards to get out of that mess anyway. It isn't equal to toughness. We do have a few good toughness creatures as well with that. So, but I think honestly we're going to cut that. Mardu Rune Mark would be awesome if we were playing red-white, and we still could. Rograk is a thing that we could do. But our red is not impressive. Red is definitely the splash colour, so I don't think that... Well, that makes that more guaranteed to be that, I suppose, if we were going red-white. Still, I think the pick here is going to be Dragon Bell Monk, and this is again a hedge on the hope that we could somehow make a good white-red deck work, which I think is still true, but abandoning all this good blue stuff is so difficult, but I think that's the pick, even if I'm taking it for probably the wrong reasons. Alright, so that was Fate Reforged. Next time we do more stuff, and I will also change the playmat because we've done 4. We might as well change the playmat every 4. I've kind of done that so far, so we will continue with that. So until the next time, folks.